What's going on, guys? Today we're going to be talking about driving, getting on the road. I'm a state certified driving instructor. I teach adults and teens. We're going to back up safely. Always look around when you back up. Parking lots are very dangerous. We're going to be driving on the interstate I-94 corridor, which is a very older freeway here in the United States. This runs through the Midwest through to Iowa. We're going to be driving and getting up to speed, anywhere from traveling from 65 to about 75 miles an hour. So we want to be careful. We want to make sure that we're up to speed and that we're safe. Driving through a parking lot is great to prepare you for the mental aspect of driving. A lot of people are lazy here and don't stop. Stop for a moment, collect your thoughts, use your blinker. I take a lot of adults and teens through this area because it teaches you rules of the right of way, which I do not have a stop sign, but the vehicle to the left did. I'm in a 2021 Grand Cherokee Limited. Have a complete stop, then we proceed across. When you follow the rules and build good driving fundamentals, you're going to have a really good driving record. We're going to be hitting some traffic in a moment. We're looking for cars that are over speed, under speed, drivers who are tired. We always want to have a defensive driving mindset. Now, I can turn right on red if it's clear. Now it's green, great. I get all the way over to the left because, what is that? I'm going to be making a left-hand turnaround. This is called a J turn. In some states, you cannot make a left turn at the light. This is one of the states. So in this lane, I can go straight or turn left. Looks like it's good luck. We're making most of these lights. Love that. Okay. And then we're going to practice a third gear merge. We want to be safe, relax for a moment, focus on our goal. Our goal is safe driving. Our goal is to get to where we're going, not have an accident. I want this to be an educational video for you that you can refer to prepare yourself for your next part of the journey. I'm watching the cars go on the ramp, gradually pick up speed. I'm looking for a backup before I even get down on the ramp. So I'm preparing mentally for traffic jams, accidents, rollovers. I do have positive manifestation, but also I prepare. So this car has a lot of torque, high-end torque motor. So we're in about fourth gear right now. I believe this vehicle has a ZF transmission, which is an 8-speed. I could be wrong, we'll double check. Now, we cannot cross the white line. We want to merge out when the white line is broken. And then I'm at about 63 miles an hour. That's a pretty good merge. I'm gonna try to settle down, see what the flow's doing, take my time. Good, we're about at 75. The boost kicked in, so we're good now. And it's about vision. We want to have good lane line reference. The white line is to the right. That's your edge line. That's the right side of the road. We're in North America. If we were in the UK, India, or Australia, we'd be driving on the left. Okay, I'm gonna get over and I'm gonna lift my foot. Okay, I'm at about 74 right now. Speed's good, feel pretty safe. This is the magic middle lane. The middle lane offers some advantages. 3 advantages: you can see traffic left, middle, right. The second advantage, it's smoother and safer. And the third advantage, you can be that defensive driver and anticipate cars moving and coming in to the right, R-I-G-H-T. Most cars are moving about 75 to 77 miles an hour. We're about 75 miles an hour. Cars seem to be rolling pretty good. Temperature's normal, which is in the middle. We're at half a tank of fuel, 169 miles fuel range. The service vehicle four-wheel drive light is on. This could be a sensor. This could mean we need a new transfer case. Hopefully not, there's several thousand. This could mean the fluid needs to be changed. I'm gonna get over one lane to the left. And what I've learned, because I've driven for several companies before that drive manufactured vehicles, you wanna listen to the sound of the vehicle. It doesn't make a different sound than it normally does. Is there a rattle? Is there a bump? Is there a knock? You want to stay as smooth as possible. You want to be patient. You want to allow yourself positive manifestation. We're at about 77 miles an hour. Having good speed control. We're in the left lane. How can you tell? Because of the solid yellow line on the left. My blind spot warning detector lit up because of the white vehicle to my right. There's a white Dodge Ram behind me. How do I know? I'm checking mirrors. You need to check your mirrors. You need to know who's around you, what's around you, what are their intentions. Semi-truck, old man, young man, law enforcement. Not that we're breaking laws. The power of this car is pretty smooth. Yesterday in class, we talked about risks that beginning drivers take, leaving late to go to work, having 3 or more people in the car, which will give you 188% distraction rate. I'm looking ahead, I see brake lights, so I'm gradually slowing down. The white Dodge Ram cut over one lane because they're flying and tailgating. Don't need that. And I'm prepared. I'm seeing a backup right now, so I'm just taking my time. But that's okay, I'm mentally prepared for what journeys I have. And that's how I need you to approach your journey, is driving safely, being aware. Every time you slow down, you need to check your rear mirror. So when I slow down, I look in my mirror. When I slow down, I look in my mirror. You need to look around and check everything. I had a video call for one of my clients, but I'm putting all of you first. This is heavy stop and go traffic. I-94 corridor, Detroit, Michigan, Los Angeles, California, Houston, Texas. We want to be ready for any potential danger, a police situation, a car broken down, an animal on the road. I'm looking around the curve, I see brake lights, so I'm at about 60. There's no sense in going 75 because I'm gonna rear end someone. So look ahead. Actually, I'm about 56 now, my foot's off the gas. So this is telling me there's a lane blockage. There's a police situation. I do not have my police scanner on today. Live Google View is really good. I'm not sponsored by them, but you need some type of app to give you information, but be aware those apps are monitoring your driving. Just taking my time, being real easy on the brakes, and I'm praying no one rear ends us because people are tired and not paying attention. Next, what I've learned, take your time. We're out on the road, we want to live, we want to get to corporate, we want to work on a new AI model. We want to prepare for the next generation drivers. Because I've been in the transportation industry over 24 years. And I'm not done in my journey. We're interested in getting together, there's a U-Haul truck, no blinker. And speaking of U-Haul trucks, people are renting these trucks to have huge blind spots. And I'm looking, you see drivers cutting off. So you want to be aware and always anticipate a backup, a cutoff, so you're not surprised. Also, you need to have the heel of your foot on the ground. You pivot your right foot between the gas and brake. Thank goodness I got gas. If I would have tried to make it downtown with less than 100 miles range, I would have ran out. I have double that, 200. Actually about 210. So I'm just looking ahead. I see heavy traffic, not stressed, relaxed, mentally ready for the day, preparing for whatever life may bring us, because life is not always routine. People are used to habits. Getting up, same time, driving, dropping off the kids, doing your assessment, getting paid, rinse and repeat. But you see this shiny part on the road? This could be ice. We don't know. It's wet. If it's wet, you see the wall to the left, you see the skid marks, you see the debris. Semi-truck to my right. And speaking of semi-trucks, less than 24 hours ago, a pickup truck and semi-truck collided. It was a terrible accident. The pickup truck flipped over. The person was not okay. So what does this mean for us? Get out of the no zones. In the advent, there are a lot of new semi-truck drivers. I'm not hating. There are a lot of non-English speaking drivers. And you need to learn the language. If we were in the UK, we need to learn some of the British language. If we were in Africa, we maybe need to learn Arabic. I'm looking ahead at the message sign. The flow is starting to pick up, but you can't over-accelerate, because the most common type of collisions are a rear-end collision and a side swipe. We are gradually picking up. I'm at about 5 pounds of boost right now. I'm looking around a curve. I don't see brake lights. I see a few. Now I'm starting to see brake lights again. Literacy is the ability to read, to be literate. They're going too fast. They're going to have to slam brakes. Our time is fine. Our fuel is good. But a lot of people don't do deep drives on the interstate. Driving to Chicago, Iowa, Indiana, New York, Connecticut, Maine. You have to be ready for any type of situation, a flat tire, a mechanical malfunction. And you need to have the proper resources to handle mechanical breakdowns, because they happen all the time. And typically you see that 18 to 28-year-old who has no idea how to change a tire. You need to learn how to change a tire. You need to learn basic automotive maintenance. And you would be surprised how many people do not know how to change a tire, how to jump a battery, how to change a windshield wiper blade. Because it's now the wintertime in the Midwest, you're going to see people whose wipers do not work properly, who do not have windshield washer solvent, who people have a no-start condition in their vehicle because they did not do proper maintenance. They have a battery that's 5 years old, 7 years old, up to about 10. because this vehicle had a mechanical breakdown last fall. We had to get a new battery for it, and this vehicle is almost 120,000 miles, still a very good vehicle. We had to replace new rotors front and back, had the original rotors and brakes, the new coupler to connect the manifold to the rear exhaust, that was $110. You see where I'm going with this, it was about $1,200. So if you don't put some money into your vehicle, and also tires. We got two front, the rear are low, and we're gonna have to get those replaced. You need to take care of your car so you're not stranded out on the road. But if we are stranded, I do have a hat, I do have a coat, gloves, because in some cases it may be better to stay in your vehicle if you're not far from the exit, such as we can get over to the right when possible, and then you might have to walk to safety. And you should always have your phone charged and have an emergency kit in your car, jumper cables, tools, a high energy bar. But a lot of these Gen X don't listen until they break down, and then they walk out with their flip-flops and Crocs and a hoodie, and they think they're good. You're not. You're gonna freeze to death. But that's another story. Just taking my time. I'm looking for drivers who are on the phone, out-of-state drivers. I'm looking for clean headlights, clean taillights. I have members in my family who are law enforcement, who are serving our country. God bless them. Let's take a moment to bless them. My cousin is a former chemistry teacher and was in the Army. She's now a college professor. So she served our country. The flow is starting to pick up again. This route takes us out of the country, so a lot of cars are stuck in the left lane. And a lot of people are lazy. They tend to stay in the fast lane until a quarter of a mile. Like that semi truck needs to get over all the way to the right. Wow. So when you see bigger vehicles like that, get over to the right. Oh my God, what are you doing? I'm at 37 miles an hour in a 70. And this is typical in Detroit, Michigan, Washington, D.C., Virginia, Houston, Texas, Los Angeles, California. You want to just pack your patience, keep good room, keep good space. We've been to Iowa before. I have some really incredible videos on going over a bridge, being on that Iowa interstate, nothing but wheat and corn for miles and miles and miles. And then the ditch is at least 6 feet down. So if you crash, they won't see your car. And then, of course, going through those small towns in the USA, beautiful restaurants. I see some smoke up there. I don't know what's going on. Something's going on. Could be an engine malfunction from a semi-truck. So when you drive, you need to have a definite plan in mind. When are you going to recharge? When are you going to refuel? About every 150 miles, get out, stretch your legs. Because you have something called highway hypnosis, where you're traveling a very high rate of speed. Yep. What is going on? Some cars can really blow up. You see all this smoke to the right. Whoa, man, what is going on? Yep. You see that car? That's not normal. They got a bad car. What is going on? Oh my God. Now I'm gonna smell like oil and smoke. So I'm just scanning left, middle, and right. There's a lot of traffic. The black BMW cut all the way over. We're at 44 and a 70. And mentally, this is your journey. If you are Gen X, a boomer, your mindset is different. If you're Gen X, you're trying to make that next 100,000. You're trying to get that AA model going. If you're a boomer, you're like, man, I'm not driving in this traffic right now. And I don't blame you. But it really depends on your mindset. Like I see brake lights popping on. So I'm reading traffic. Being patient. I'm wondering why this semi-truck is in the left lane. If you watch these videos, and you have, that's the sudden lane change. It's always about a positive mindset. I will always be positive when I train adults, when I train teens, building their next AI model. Because Alicia Little, shouting her out, I'm going to take that AI training, really scale my business, learn how to reach more people. Because if you're not using AI in your everyday job, you're falling behind. My videos are getting millions of views now because I made some simple changes. Many of you want this because you want to know how to drive. I want to teach you how to drive. I'm an instructor, so I'm leveling this to make content for you. Now we're down to 2 lanes. But this won't last for long. 2032, I'm transitioning to the next journey in my life where that will be helping adults learn how to drive. We're going to get an electric vehicle, preferably a Tesla. I like that technology. And then we're going to do social emotional, going around to schools, colleges, adult ed. So not this Wednesday, but I believe next Wednesday I will have a meeting to talk about my sales pitch. And I'm going to bring you along with that because I believe you need to have positive manifestation. We're at about 74 miles an hour. You have to have self-confidence every single day. Standing tall when you walk in, looking your boss in the eye, looking your spouse, dressing professionally. I have on some skinny jeans, cowboy boots, nice button-down shirt, nice vest. Just feeling good about yourself. I'm about 6'4", 260. And appearance is everything. It's dress casual. And you always want to prepare for the next opportunity. I look at your comments, guys. They're really very positive. And I do appreciate that. We also went live yesterday. And in the studio, we have American flag behind us. There's nothing wrong with being an American. That truck is still in the left lane. What are they doing? So you need to represent your country and be proud. And when we go live, it's for people who want to learn how to drive. We're not talking about the country. We're not talking about religion. We're talking about learning how to drive. And if I stay razor focused on that topic, E is my moderator. She is from New York. But when she's not available, I will delete you if you're coming out of pocket with some random comments. Because people love going online. And if you really want to contribute, subscribe. I'm taking my time. That vehicle to the left is a manufacturer's vehicle, experimental vehicle. What happens is that vehicle will be crushed and destroyed. It could be a 2028 or 2029. I see backups, I'm slowing down real easy. This vehicle could even be electric. Would you believe that white vehicle costs almost $100,000? That's crazy, man. But if whatever you like, it's what I like. It's all good. I love cars. I love trucks. I'm very passionate about vehicles. And I understand some of you are not, and that's fine. But be passionate. Be bold. passionate, be bold. So I'm lifting my foot. I'm at 51 miles an hour. I don't want to get any closer. This vehicle does not have adaptive cruise control, but it has ABS, lane departure. I need to look in the manual to see what other adaptive features this has. There's a Maserati. I have my passion I learned from my family. I had some great instructors in high school and college. Testing motors, dynoing them, building motors, racing, blowing up stuff, putting it back together. But that's how you learn. And I think a lot of people don't want to get their hands dirty. They want someone to build a motor for them. They don't want to tune their computer. They don't want to tune their car. Also, I had an SS Trailblazer a few years ago. It got stolen. And that was one of my first videos. I noticed it popped up on my page because people were looking at it. And unfortunately, people do steal. And if they see an opportunity to get over on you, they will. I'm going to squeeze my brakes. And there's just enough room for me to get through here. That was a little close. This is a crossover. And in this crossover, it goes across the bridge. Some states have this, some don't. The bridge could be icy, so we're just trying to keep space. Wow. And I'm gonna come up and stop, and I'm looking at traffic, and I'm waiting for a gap or space. I'm moving up, checking traffic, and this can be very stressful. You hear my voice. Woo! And also, they have license plate readers, the flock cameras. We did a discussion on this. And a lot of communities are tired of violent, stolen vehicles, and now have to go very slow because of all the construction here. And then this is a regulatory sign, a stop, S-T-O-P, a stop sign. Then we're going to turn, we're going to make a right turn. Obviously, we are in the left lane because the right lane was full. And I'm signaling my intention. My vision is to be going to different educational institutions and preparing them for social emotional. And you have to dream big. And I want all of you to dream big. I need all of you to subscribe to the channel. I'm a state certified driving instructor. I teach adults and teens. We'll be going live later talking about test prep, why young adults don't want to drive, and parents, what can you do to help your young adult to get out on the road? Subscribe, give us a thumbs up. Bye, guys.